Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a video of the top 6 things I hated living on campus during my freshman year of college. And I thought I'd make a video because I just wanted to share my experience and the 6 things I hated about living on campus, and I thought it'd be funny to kind of share. So hopefully you guys will find it entertaining, and let's do this. Number 6, loud and noisy neighbors. So I had 2 neighbors on either side of my dorm. My dorm is here. I had a neighbor here and a neighbor here. The neighbors over here, those 2 girls were the loudest. I feel like they always had to get together every day because they would always have a lot of friends come over, and they would always be loud, like throughout, especially during the evening and nighttime. And I didn't really mind it because I was like, okay, it's just them. And it's not like they really blasted music. They did put music loud, like they did have loud music sometimes, but they didn't blast it. And usually when I was studying or when I was doing homework, it was like in the afternoon, and you know, they were either gone, or if they were there, they were just, you know, talking or whatever. So it never really bugged me. But I remember this one time specifically that they were really, really loud, and it was, I think, a weekday night. So the next day, of course, you'd have classes and stuff. So my roommate was gonna have an exam the next morning, I think at 8 a.m. or something, and she wanted to get sleep. And since her bed was right next to their room, she was able to hear them a lot more than I did. And so I just remember she called the campus police, and then she was telling them if they could go and tell them to be quieter because she had an exam in the morning and everything. And I remember, I think 5 or 10 minutes later, I heard the campus police officer go to their dorm and tell them that they got a noise complaint and that they had to be quiet. And then I think after that, for the rest of the semester, they weren't that loud anymore. So that was crazy. I mean, for me, it didn't really bother me that much that they were loud, but I mean, sometimes when I wanted quiet time, it did annoy me. But it was something I could, I guess, live with, since I'm used to being in a loud environment when I'm at home and stuff. But it was just, I don't know, I thought it was kind of annoying because, yeah, you could hear them and they'd just be really loud for no reason. So, what you gonna do? Number 5, rude people. So I encountered some rude people on campus. Of course, you're gonna encounter rude people everywhere you go, not just on campus. You'll encounter them on the street or whatever, in the train, the bus, at the mall, wherever you go, pretty much. But I remember a lot of people at my campus I feel like they were kind of stuck up, kind of snobby, you know, just like, either because they were taller or something, I don't know, because I'm short. I'm like 5'1", 5'2", I really don't know. I'm really short. But I just felt like a lot of them were snobby and just, ugh, I don't know. But I just remember this one time, I was coming back to campus, I think it was after Thanksgiving break, and I had a luggage bag and I had another bag where I had my laptop and I had a few stuff in there. And my luggage bag was a little heavy because I had brought some snacks from home and I brought a few things from home that I wanted to bring. So my dorm was on the 4th floor and we didn't have an elevator. Our dorm building did not have an elevator, so we had to walk all those steps just to get to the 4th floor. It was a workout, definitely. I think I got toned legs because of that, but at the same time it sucked. And so I remember I was carrying this really heavy luggage bag along with my heavy other bag where I had my laptop and other stuff. And I remember I was carrying it, I was struggling, and this one guy came down. He looked at me, he saw I was struggling. He didn't even offer to help, he just looked at me and just kept walking. And I was like, thanks, you know? And I think there was this other girl who was also coming into the building. She had like one luggage bag, she was struggling, but he helped her, and I was like, really? I was like, okay, so you're gonna help her, but you didn't help me. And I was just like, that sucks. And I wouldn't say it was rude, but at the same time, I feel like if I saw somebody struggling, I would ask them if they needed help or something, because, you know, that's the thing you do. But I don't know. And I just remember people would just be smoking in the front of the building. They'd be smoking right there, hogging up the space where you got in. Like, they'd be all in front of the door. And I'm just like, could you smoke over there, please? You know, I didn't mind them smoking, but it sucked that they were just right there in front of the door where you had to, you know, go through in order to get in the building. Oh God. I mean, it was like, I don't know, just some people were just rude. They were rude. And I remember this one time I was going to the cafeteria, and these guys were like going in front of me, and I was like right here, they're right here, and I was walking, and they saw me, and they didn't even hold the door for me. They just let it go. They saw me coming, and they were like, and they left, and I was like, thanks a lot. And I think it like slammed in my face too, and I was like, yeah. God, rude people, they suck. And this isn't a rude thing. They weren't rude. I just thought that was really weird. I'm just going to put this in here. But I remember this one time I was at this book signing, because we had to go for this book signing for my English class of a book we were reading. And I actually liked the book, and the author was there. And I was like, oh cool, I could get the author to sign my book. And so I was in line waiting for, you know, the author to sign my book. And there was this couple in front of me, and they were all flirting with each other, all like this and that, and you know, I didn't mind. I was like, whatever, I see PDA everywhere, I don't care. They were right in front of me, mind you, like a few inches away, and he was all up on her, like, and she was like, you know, like, oh God. Anyway, like, he was like, oh man, you're so sexy. He's like, God damn, you're sexy. It's like, I want you right now, and oh, like, I can't wait till we're alone. He's like, God, you're so sexy. And then, you know, it was like, and he was like touching her and kind of like groping her a little bit. I was like, what is going on? I was like, I'm sure I'm not the only one that sees this. And I was just like, can we please move along? You know, I didn't say anything, but I cannot tell you the relief I felt once I got my book signed and left, because I was like, ew. Ew. Number 4. One of the things I didn't like was that we lived on the 4th floor, and that we had to walk, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8, like 4 sets of stairs, 2 each, you know. I think it was like a total of 8. But we had to walk all those stairs in order to get to the 4th floor, like me and my roommate and everybody else that lived in the 4th floor. And it sucked because I know that my one friend, well, most of my friends, I don't really know. I just know my one friend who went to the university here that's local. They had elevators in their dorm buildings, and I know that the university my sister went to, they had elevators in their dorm building too. So when I saw that we didn't have elevators, I was like, what? You know, so we had to walk up and down, up and down. It was just, it's terrible. And I know a lot of people complain about it, because I think it was because the dorm buildings, especially the ones for the freshmen, were like old, so they didn't have elevators, so it really sucked. I mean, it didn't really annoy me that much, because I was like, well, you know, I can walk, they'll give me some exercise, I could tone my legs, you know. And either way, I like walking stairs instead of taking an elevator, because I'm the kind of person that I'll either take the elevator by myself, but if I see people on the elevator, I'm going to take the stairs. Like, no joke. I'm that person. So, I mean, it's something I hated, but at the same time, I was able to live with it, just with like the noisy neighbors. It wasn't something critical, so that's just one thing I didn't like, and I wish we had elevators. I had a choice for elevators, you know, especially when we had to come back with our luggage from breaks. But other than that, it was okay. I just wish we had an elevator. Number 3, the cafeteria menu. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of freshmen who go to college will agree with me on this one. When you go to college and you're going to be living on campus, you know, and you see the food, you see all the different food choices. I know at my college they had pizza, they had burgers, they had fries, they had salad, they had muffins, they had just had a lot of different food that of course you're gonna be like, oh man, this is awesome, because it's like all the food you like. And of course the first 2 weeks I was enjoying that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get pizza, I'm gonna get hamburger, I'm gonna get some spaghetti, I'm gonna get some french fries, oh, you know, I could get some ice cream, I'm gonna get some ice cream, you know. And I was living it up for like a good 2 weeks. But I think after the first month, I just got tired of the food because it was the same food every single day. Like for breakfast, I didn't mind because of course it was just eggs, pancakes, muffin, fruits, whatever. Like I didn't mind having the same breakfast every day because I love breakfast. But when it came to dinner, because I never ate lunch. If I ate lunch, I would just maybe buy food from this store place that they had in one of the buildings. I'd either buy lunch or I'd just eat a snack in my dorm. But for dinner, it was always the same thing, and it was like rare, maybe 2 or 3 times a month they would put something new. But usually it was the same thing, and it got really boring. So I was always excited to go home because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a home cooked meal, or I'm gonna be able to eat like fast food from where I live. Like where I lived, we had like a Popeyes, we had carry out, we had some other places to eat, and I was just excited to eat something different. And yeah, it's like I got so bored of the food that sometimes I would barely eat, and I actually lost like 15 or more pounds that year when I was a freshman in college. I lost 15 pounds. I didn't gain 15 pounds, I lost 15 pounds, and it was just crazy. And I remember telling some of my friends and stuff, they're like, you lost 15 pounds? I was like, yeah, I got really tired of the food, and sometimes I didn't want to eat. And it wasn't just that, but since I didn't really befriend anyone, not sometimes, let's be real. I ate all by myself. And I think that's one of the reasons I skipped lunch. Because breakfast, I didn't really care if I ate by myself because there's a lot of other people eating by themselves because everybody had different times of when they would go to class or not. So of course, your class schedule might not always align with your friend's class schedule. So I didn't really mind breakfast. I skipped lunch because there was always a lot of people. I remember I went one time to go get lunch at the cafeteria because I was hungry. And I regretted it because there were so many people. And I was like, yeah, never again. I couldn't even find a table. I had to sit next to these people I didn't know, and it was just awkward. But yeah, I wouldn't say I had friends, and I made a video about this. But I didn't have friends in college in freshman year. I met some people who were really nice. My roommate was nice, her friends were nice, and there were some nice people that I did talk to, like, if I needed them. Like I remember this girl in my math class. I remember I didn't have my textbook yet, so I asked her if I could borrow hers, and she gave it to me, and she let me borrow, and she was on the same floor as me too. And so like they were nice people. I met nice people, but it was like I didn't click with them, or I felt like it was awkward. Like I felt like I couldn't really be me and stuff, so it sucks. But anyway, yeah, I think that's another reason I didn't eat a lot either, because I just wanted to get out of there. I just went, got my food, I ate. The most it took for me to eat was 15 minutes. One time it was like 10 minutes because I was just just focusing on eating my food, and then I would just leave. And yeah, I mean, the cafeteria menu was good in the beginning, and after a while you get bored of it, you get tired of it, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait to go home. Can't wait to go home and eat my mom's cooking, like her home cooking. Like, I missed her arroz negrito, I miss chicken, I miss my pupusas. Oh gosh, I missed everything. I miss Popeyes. Number 2, the laundry room. Man, the laundry room. Okay, so every floor had a laundry room, and we had a washer and a dryer, and we had to share it with everybody on the floor, which means we had to share it with all the girls on the floor and all the guys on the floor. So the guys' floor, their hallway was like this, our hallway was like this, and there was a door that separated us and that led you to to where the stairs were. So all of us, I think it was probably, I don't even know, I would say it would be like 40 people, had to share a washer and a dryer. Oh, it was really hard to find a time to wash my clothes because a lot of people were always washing their clothes. Whenever I was like, oh wait, I can wash. Nope. Someone took it. Someone just, and I had to wait. I usually did my laundry either really late or when there weren't that many people around on the weekends. Since I didn't go anywhere, I just stayed in my dorm. And some people would go out, or like if they lived close by, they'd go home or they'd go to their friend's house or something, and I'd just stay, so I did my laundry when I could. But I really hated how some people could not wait even 1 minute before they took your clothes out. They put it either on the floor or on top of the dryer, and then they put their clothes in. And I really hated that. I never had that happen to me. I had it happen almost once. This girl, like, I was washing my blanket, and this girl, like, it was like 1 minute hadn't even passed, and I went and she was already taking it out, and she looked at me, she's like, oh, is this yours? I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. And then I just grabbed it, I put it in the dryer, and she put her clothes in. But I was like, she could have waited like at least 5 minutes, you know. And I always put a timer when I did my wash, whenever I went to wash my clothes, because I would want to make sure I went right when it stopped so I could put it in the dryer, or when I would take it out and, you know, go to my dorm and fold, whatever. But I always made sure I was punctual, because I know these people would take my clothes out and either put them on the floor or put them in some dirty place, and I was like, nah, I'm not having that. But it wasn't just that I hate it. I remember this one time I was doing laundry, and my timer went off, and I was like, oh, okay, I have to go take my clothes and put it in the dryer. So I went, and there was like this group. It was like 3 guys and 2 girls just chilling in the laundry room. Mind you, this laundry room was like this small. So I was like, why are you guys hanging out here? You're not even doing laundry. None of them had clothes. So I was like, why are you hanging out here? I didn't say anything. I just looked at them and, you know, went to put my clothes in my basket so I could put it in the dryer. And they were all just staring at me like... And I was like, that was the awkwardest 2 minutes I have ever experienced. People just staring at me getting my clothes. And I'm just like, in my mind, like, what the hell are they looking at? Like, what are you looking at? I don't know if they were looking at my clothes, seeing what kind of clothes I had, whatever, I don't know. But it was really uncomfortable. And I was just like, why are you guys hanging out here? Like, what? I don't know. I just thought that was really weird and really annoying. And so, yeah, I hated doing laundry. The only time I liked doing laundry was when I knew there weren't that many people on the floor, or there weren't that many people in the dorm. So I'm just like, okay, yeah. So doing laundry, that was the only thing about doing laundry that sucked. We all had to share one washer and one dryer, and that some people were just rude. And they'd take your clothes out, put it on the floor, put it wherever. Some people would actually leave their clothes, and they would not come back. Their clothes would be sitting in the washer or the dryer for an hour or 2 hours, and then of course people would get tired of waiting, so they would put it, you know, take it out and put it somewhere. And I understood that, like, when you wash your clothes, you gotta make sure you go get it. I would understand if they're 5-10 minutes late, but an hour, 2 hours, come on, people have to do laundry, not just you. So there's a lot of issues with that, but you know, it wasn't the worst. We're gonna get down to the worst. You guys are gonna love the worst. Oh man. Now we're down to number 1. The number 1 thing I hated about living on campus freshman year. The bathroom. The bathroom. Yes. I mean, nightmares just thinking about it. Anyway, so we had a bathroom, and in the bathroom we had 2 stalls, and we had, I think, 4 or 5 showers. And then we had, I think, 4 sinks along with the mirror. So, you know, at first it was clean, and the was it RAs? RAs, yeah. The RAs of the floor, you know, they decorated the, it was one RA actually, yeah. Well, she, you know, her and her friends or whoever she got to help her, they, you know, make the bathroom nice. They put sticky notes with motivational quotes. They'd like make it really nice. They put stickers, you know, make it, you know, girly or whatever. It was nice, but no, it did not last long. It did not last long. Well, for one, I hated the fact that we had 2 stalls, because I know that a lot of the other floors, they had 3 stalls. So I thought that was just annoying, because sometimes if you wanted to use the bathroom and the 2 stalls were occupied, you had to wait. So it sucked. That sucked. But the thing that was really disgusting was that some of these girls did not know how to flush. They did not know how to flush, and I don't know what's so hard about flushing a toilet. They would literally just leave it, and you went in. I remember I would go in and I would see pee. I would see doo-doo, however you want to call it, or I would see vomit, you know, and I was just disgusted. I was, ugh. You know, I was like, oh my god, what is this? Why is it so hard to flush a toilet? That is really disgusting. And they would leave like wet paper towels all around the toilet, or it was just disgusting. I was like, oh man, these girls are not, they're not hygienic. They don't care. Oh man, no. That's not the worst thing. I remember also the showers, they would get clogged a lot because, you know, when you're taking a shower, your hair falls off and it'll clog the drain, especially if you have a lot of hair. So I hated it when I had to get in a shower and then the drain would clog up and then like the water would be rising and I was just like, man. So I had to really quickly like wash up and get out. It wasn't only that, but I remember since, I mean, I do this a lot, like when I take a shower, I know that some strands of hair come out, so I would put them on the tile, on the wall, the shower tile wall, however you want to call it, the wall, the shower wall, the tile, whatever. I would put it on there, and then after I take a shower, I'll get like a paper towel or piece of toilet paper and clean it off and then put it in the trash. Girls just left their hair all over those tile walls, and it was just disgusting. You just see a blonde hair, brunette hair, red hair, brown hair, like, oh god, it was disgusting. I didn't even want to shower in there sometimes. It was like, ugh. And girls would just leave like a really wet mess, and I was just like, what is going on? What is going on? And I know that when I went to shower, I would, they had like the shower, and then they had like another curtain, so you had like a little space like this where you could, there was like a little bench so you could leave your stuff there, your towel or your shampoo or whatever, and then so I would put my stuff there, and I'd also take my clothes because I like changing, and I like changing after I took a shower. I didn't like going out into the hallway in a towel because usually not only would girls walk in the halls, guys would walk in the halls too, and I didn't feel comfortable just being in a towel, even though my dorm was like right here and the bathroom was like right here, so I was literally almost across the bathroom. So I mean, I wouldn't have walked far, but I just didn't like the idea of walking in my towel. Even that small little, just for that small, like, 30 seconds. Like, I had to change in the bathroom. But I just remember I would always peek. Like, every 5 minutes I would peek outside my curtain to make sure my clothes were still there and everything. Because, I don't know, sometimes I felt like some of those girls would be mean enough to, like, take someone's clothes or take their towels or take something. You know, and I didn't want to be the victim. I don't know, maybe I was just paranoid, but I didn't want that to happen to me. I remember there was this one time that I was taking a shower, and this girl, it was just me in the shower, and there was nobody else in the bathroom, and I remember I heard this girl come in, and I was like, okay, there's a girl, and I heard a guy with her. I was like, oh, okay, she's bringing a guy in here. And it wasn't that weird to me, because I know that sometimes people had maybe friends or family members stay over. I know my roommate had her friend or her sister stay over a few times, but you know, sometimes they'd bring someone of the opposite sex to stay over or whatever, and maybe they didn't have like we didn't have access to the boys' bathroom, of course. So like unless you knew someone in the boys' hall that could open the door for your guy friend or your brother or whatever to go in, of course you'd have to let your guy friend or your boyfriend, whoever the guy is, go into the girls' bathroom just to use the bathroom or whatever. So I didn't mind that. I was like, okay, maybe he's in here because he needs to use the bathroom or whatever. No, I heard these two people get into the shower next to me. I can't specifically say they got into the shower next to me, but they got into the shower next to me, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And I heard the water running. I was like, okay. And then I just heard her giggling, and he was like, he wasn't really saying anything, and I was like, what is happening? What is happening? I was just like, this is, oh gosh, oh no. Please don't let it be what I think it is. And I was just, just took a shower. I was like, okay. I was like, oh man. But I think after a good 5 minutes, the shower came off and they left. I don't know what they did. I just heard giggling. I just heard like some rustling. I don't know what they did. You could probably assume what they did, but that was really weird. That was really awkward, especially because it was in the shower next to mine. I'm like, you could have gone to the shower all the way to the end. You had to be the one right next to me. It's terrible, man. But I'd say the number one worst thing about sharing a bathroom was that a lot of these girls were really, really nasty. And if you didn't think the whole not flushing wasn't nasty enough, no, it got 100 times worse. I remember there was one time I went to the bathroom, I was going to take a shower, and the first shower stall that I opened, I pulled the curtain, and I saw a used tampon. A used tampon right there on the floor of the shower. It was used. It was used right there. A used tampon. And I was like disgusted. And I just closed the curtain. I went to another shower. What? What? Who leaves a used tampon in the shower? And I remember we had a hall meeting and the RA actually brought it up. She was like, I don't know who left a used tampon in the shower, but please don't do that. That is nasty. That is disgusting. And I was like, I agree. And nobody, of course, stepped up and was like, oh, that was mine, of course. But that was really disgusting. I don't know why a lot of these girls were very nasty. Like, they were very unhygienic, unsanitary. I don't know, you would think girls wouldn't be that disgusting. You would think girls would be like, oh, the girls' bathroom is gonna be all nice and clean, it's gonna smell like perfume, it's gonna always be clean and sparkly. Hell no, that was not sparkly. That was disgusting. Sharing a bathroom with 20 plus girls, and a lot of them who did not even care to clean after themselves, was disgusting. Girls are just disgusting. Girls are disgusting. I'm just gonna tell you guys that now. If you share a bathroom with a bunch of girls, it's most likely gonna be disgusting. But anyway, those are my top 6 things of the 6 things I hated while living on campus. And I just lived on campus during freshman year. And then I transferred to my local college, so I just commuted after that. But honestly, my experience on campus was both good and bad. I had my bad, but the good that came out of it was I got to live on my own. I got to see what it was like to live on my own. I had some pretty cool professors. The campus was really beautiful. I really, really liked it. It was really beautiful. It was really well maintained. And I met a lot of nice people. Even if they didn't become my friends or whatever, I met a lot of nice people, and I was part of the anime / Asian something club. It was really just about, Japanese culture and anime and stuff like that, so that was fun. But other than that, I had some good times on campus, and it was just nice to have my own space, since I've always grown up sharing a room with my sisters and stuff. So, even though I shared my dorm with my roommate, like, she left for the second semester, she moved out, and so I had the dorm all to myself. So I got to experience what it was like to have my own room for at least the semester. So, there was some good in all the bad that happened during that year of college, but I thought I just shared my top 6 things of things I did not like while living on campus, and I hope you guys had a laugh out of it, or not, or just as disgusted as I was, or maybe you've experienced that when you were in college, or you're in college now and you're going through that, or you're gonna go to college next year, or the year after, and you're just wanting to know what it's like. Well, this is a little glimpse. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, and I hope I can make more videos like this. I really want to do my top 5 stages of unrequited love, because I've gone through that. I've liked 2 people that didn't like me back, or maybe they liked me back, but circumstances didn't let it happen, and it really sucks. It hurts a lot. And one of them was a really good friend of mine. He's still a really good friend of mine, but it really, really sucked, and I feel like it damaged their friendship a little bit. He says it didn't, but I think it did. Anyway, I would like to do a video on that, and if you guys want me to do it, just leave a comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully I can make it soon, and I can make more videos like this, because I would like to share things. I'd like to make funny videos along with my serious videos, because I know a lot of my poems are dark or depressing, because I'm a pretty dark and depressing person. But I would like to make a lot more funny videos and a lot more videos like these where I'm just like open and saying stuff and kind of laughing at myself or laughing at the things I go through. But that's about it. Thank you for watching this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!